soon as I want to feel retaliation, because I'm justifying, as soon as I'm justifying something, as soon as I'm just feeling it, that negativity, I'm the one who's hurting. I am in the wrong, period. I don't see it. I'm not clear on it. It's true, though.
From the Big Island of Hawaii, welcome to Aloha Speaks, home of Malama Aloha Pono by Alexander Noman, offering relief for all relationships with a focus on anger assessment and resolve.
Aloha, Alex here once again with Aloha Speaks. And today I am following up on the last topic when I talked about victimese in regard to the blame game, because I was making an assumption that there's this thing called the Four Agreements by Miguel Ruiz, and I have no issue making an endorsement for something good in the world, and I highly do recommend it. And one of the Four Agreements, there's I always daily think about the don't take things personally, never take anything personally, something like that. That's one of them. But this one is never make assumptions. And I was making an assumption. Let me see if I'm doing this. Let's also do the other ones. There's two nevers and there's two always. So there's always be impeccable with your word and always do your best. So I try and live by these, and I feel it's very impactful, that it's effective to be conscious, to remember, because I've talked about that. I have such a great forgetter. And I also like to forget about these things, in the blame game, and the effect that it has on me, just thinking that it's the other person that I'm wanting to be miserable, thinking that when it's me that's miserable. And I was talking about the J words, the judgment and justification, and making the assumption that like anybody could relate to what the justification is all about. And I want to hone in on that, because I don't want to make an assumption that the foundational justification that I make is in the realm of betrayal. That's the topic of today. And the other endorsement that I make is this book of Alcoholics Anonymous for anybody. In the Library of Congress, the top two books are the Bible and the book of the Alcoholics Anonymous. It's a popular, it's an effective, it addresses the actual issue behind all addictions. And the bottom of the foundational issue is this ego situation. So betrayal, so when it talks about what's behind it, it says 100 forms of fear, self-delusion, self-seeking, and self-pity. That's in the top of page 62. In the big book, they call it. there are 100 forms of betrayal. It's like, so she stabbed me in the back. He said this about me. They knew doing that would hurt me. Oh, this one, I mean, this sent me after 10 years of sobriety way back in the 80s and 90s. Sent me back to drinking for 18 years. She broke my heart. I mean, what a hoot. I mean, it wasn't a hoot then. Whoa, broke my heart. Get real with me. Heart being broke? It's such a lie. It's an excuse, that justification. I have to find a way to justify something that I'm addicted to. And what is it that I'm addicted to? Addicted. There's a definition we have now for that. It's powerless over it. And it's not just powerless over it, because people just stop there. Then it causes havoc in my life. They call it unmanageability. It's wreckage. It's pain and suffering, and it causes all kinds of mess in my life. Both things are needed for it to truly be an addiction. So my heart was broken. No, attachment, jealousy. But I didn't include this in it, but she slept with someone else behind my back. Stabbed me in the back. That's heavy. Like I own her. Own? I'm being given as a gift this breath. It's a gift. And I own somebody? A hoot. Ridiculous. So let's get real. But you see, in the moment, I'm being betrayed. I'm being betrayed. And what is causing is, in the instant, is a feeling of retaliation. What a mess. What I've learned and what I'm so grateful for is that in the instant of this, it's a lie, of this feeling of betrayal, when it hits, in my life now, when it happens now, number one, first thing, I wrote down, I am wrong. I changed it. I changed it to, I am in the wrong. Automatically, as soon as I want to feel retaliation, because I'm justifying, as soon as I'm justifying something, as soon as I'm just feeling it, that negativity, I'm the one who's hurting. I am in the wrong. Period. I don't see it. I'm not clear on it. It's true, though. That's number one. Number two, I'm looking for it here because I wrote it. Number two, I am missing something. I'm missing where I started it. I'm completely, there's talk about denial. Just, it's out of my, it doesn't exist. It's talk about forgetting. There's total forgetfulness of way back somewhere somewhere back there, I started it. Okay, where this leads to is I need to do some reverse engineering. Now, at the top, when I put down betrayal, I put these parentheses with a smiley face. Not to beat a dead horse, smiley face. Because it's like beating a dead horse, but this is constant, goes on life, and day after day, that these things present themselves. So, what do I do with it? It looks so real. All I can do are the 4 questions. It's not the 4 questions. It's actually the 5th. I don't know if I've talked about the 5th question yet, but I'm going to today, right now. The 4 questions. Where am I being dishonest? I have to, but I need to take out a piece of paper, and actually it's only just a little phrase. Usually 1, sometimes 2. Sometimes even 3, but they're just short little phrases. It doesn't even hardly take up any space on the page, but I put down the question, where am I dishonest? And I write it down. Right here, it takes a little bit of reflection, but it comes. Write it. Where am I selfish? Where have I been selfish in this matter? And I write 1 or 2 phrases. No biggie. Takes a little reflection. I don't like it. But I do that. Where is my pride? Where did it get the better of me? Where am I making myself big? Write it. Where fear? Where was fear? Oh man, that one usually generates for sure 3. 2 or 3. Fear. Where was I frightened in this mess? Only then can I honestly answer the 5th question, which is the one is the reverse engineering, the 5th one, which is, where did I get this ball rolling? Where was the decision point, the why? Remember, I was talking about the whys. Where was that point at which I made a decision? I made a choice that had I not made that choice, none of this would have happened in the first place. All on me. It's all on me. Annihilating the blame game. Poof. No more. It's gone. No more victim. Now, this is the beginning of freedom. I haven't even gotten into what really Malama Aloha Pono is about, but it's a huge part of it. It's the beginning of freedom. It's a beautiful thing. Work. That was the topic that I'm following up on. Work. Oh, such a 4-letter word. Until next time, aloha. And to close, clicking on the thumbs up icon supports Aloha Speaks, as well as clicking on the free subscribe tab. Mahalo.